The reason Cardi B handles controversy differently from most celebrities begins with the way she introduced herself to the public, long before becoming one of the biggest names in music. Unlike many entertainers whose careers are built on carefully controlled branding, Cardi's rise happened through visibility, emotional openness, and a personality that already appeared imperfect from the beginning. That distinction shaped the relationship between Cardi and her audience in a way that continues to protect her during moments of backlash and controversy. Most celebrities enter mainstream fame through a polished image. Their teams carefully manage interviews, social media appearances, and public behavior to create a version of themselves that feels aspirational and controlled. The problem with that model is that when flaws eventually become visible, audiences often feel deceived. Public mistakes then create a much stronger backlash because the celebrity's image depended heavily on appearing disciplined, private, or morally untouchable. Cardi B largely avoided that trap because she never built her popularity around perfection in the first place. Before music success, she first became widely recognized through social media videos and reality television appearances, where she openly discussed her upbringing, relationships, financial struggles, stripping career, and personal mistakes. Born and raised in the Bronx, New York, she spoke in a direct and emotionally unfiltered way that stood out during a period when influencer culture was becoming increasingly polished and manufactured online. According to Britannica, Cardi's rise to fame was deeply connected to her willingness to discuss difficult realities many public figures usually avoid. Rather than hiding uncomfortable parts of her life, she made them central to her identity publicly. That honesty became the foundation of her relationship with audiences. This approach changed how people emotionally interpreted controversy around her. As Cardi's fame expanded, so did the number of public disputes connected to her career. Feuds with other artists, social media arguments, explicit interviews, legal issues, relationship drama, and resurfaced comments became regular parts of her celebrity narrative. Under normal circumstances, repeated controversies of that scale would seriously damage the reputation of many entertainers. With Cardi B, however, backlash rarely functions in the traditional way because audiences already expect emotional unpredictability and openness from her. There is very little separation between the public version of Cardi and the private version audiences believe they are seeing. Fans often feel they are watching the same person during moments of success, conflict, frustration, and celebration. Her public relationship with Offset illustrates this dynamic clearly. Their marriage, public conflicts, reconciliation attempts, and eventual divorce unfolded openly across interviews, live streams, Instagram posts, music references, and online reactions. Rather than avoiding speculation, Cardi frequently addressed rumors directly before media narratives could fully develop on their own. That strategy reinforced the perception that she remained emotionally accessible, even during controversy. At the same time, Cardi continued expanding beyond music into fashion, endorsements, and business ventures. In 2026, she launched Grow Good Beauty, a vegan hair care brand that reportedly sold out quickly after release, showing that her audience loyalty remained strong despite years of criticism and controversy surrounding her public image. Much of Cardi's resilience comes from the public perception of authenticity. Audiences are often more willing to forgive flaws when they believe someone is being emotionally genuine. Cardi does not respond to criticism like a traditionally media-trained celebrity. Instead of disappearing behind publicists or carefully crafted statements, she often reacts immediately, emotionally, and directly. Sometimes those reactions create additional controversy, but they also reinforce the idea that she is not performing perfection for the public. That emotional accessibility became one of the defining characteristics of her public identity. Fans may disagree with her behavior or public statements, but many feel they understand who she is. She does not appear hidden behind layers of corporate branding or heavily scripted messaging. Instead, she projects spontaneity, emotional transparency, humor, frustration, and impulsiveness openly. Psychological analyses of Cardi's public personality frequently point out this contradiction. According to brainmanager.io, she often appears both emotionally spontaneous and unusually self-aware at the same time. While many celebrities fear looking unstable or overly emotional publicly, Cardi incorporated emotional transparency directly into her brand identity. That openness remained visible even during major public appearances. Whether attending events like the Met Gala or managing career pressures and relationship issues, she continued interacting casually with audiences online, maintaining the impression that fans were still seeing the same real Cardi, regardless of fame or status. YouTube clip. Much of Cardi B's relationship with controversy exists within digital culture itself. Platforms like Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, and live streams are not simply tools she uses for promotion. They are central to how audiences experience her personality in real time. Unlike celebrities who communicate mainly through official interviews or carefully written statements, Cardi often enters conversations directly while situations are still unfolding publicly. That approach changes the tone of Backlash entirely. In many celebrity controversies, audiences spend time trying to uncover hidden information or waiting for carefully managed responses from representatives. With Cardi, much of the narrative comes directly from her own reactions, comments, live streams, or posts. Instead of hiding from controversy, she frequently inserts herself into it immediately. This strategy aligns closely with how internet culture functions. Modern digital audiences reward immediacy, emotional reaction, and visibility. People online often respond more strongly to personalities that feel emotionally accessible than to celebrities who appear distant or overly managed. Cardi understood this environment early because her fame developed alongside social media culture itself. Before mainstream music success, her popularity already depended on direct interaction with audiences online. Her Instagram videos gained attention precisely because they felt unscripted and emotionally spontaneous. That style continued even after she became a Grammy-winning artist. Rather than transitioning into a heavily controlled celebrity persona, she largely maintained the same communication style that originally made her famous. This is one reason controversies involving Cardi often strengthen her visibility instead of damaging it permanently. Public arguments, viral moments, online feuds, and backlash campaigns become integrated into the ongoing narrative surrounding her career, rather than functioning as career-ending events. Over time, audiences became accustomed to seeing Cardi exist inside cycles of criticism without fully collapsing under them. The pattern became especially visible after her transition from reality television personality to mainstream music star, following the release of Invasion of Privacy. Winning a Grammy while remaining one of the internet's most controversial public figures highlighted something important about her celebrity status. Controversy no longer operated traditionally around her career. Instead of reducing her cultural relevance, it frequently increased public attention toward her. At the same time, Cardi continued expanding her influence into fashion, endorsements, beauty, and business, while maintaining unusually strong fan loyalty. Many celebrities experience significant public image damage once controversies begin affecting corporate relationships or brand trust. Cardi largely avoided that outcome because companies understood her audience already associated her brand with emotional honesty and unpredictability. Her imperfections were not hidden flaws, damaging a carefully polished image. They were already visible parts of her public identity. Another important factor behind her resilience is humor. Cardi frequently responds to criticism with sarcasm, jokes, memes, or exaggerated emotional reactions that transform serious online conflict into entertainment content. This reduces the emotional intensity surrounding controversies because audiences often experience the situation as spectacle rather than moral scandal. Even during periods involving legal disputes, relationship breakdowns, or public criticism, she often maintains the same emotionally direct communication style. Fans therefore feel continuity rather than contradiction. The personality audiences originally followed remains recognizable during both positive and negative moments. This emotional consistency creates a unique form of public trust. Many celebrities attempt to appear flawless publicly while hiding personal instability privately. Cardi instead normalized emotional imperfection from the beginning of her career. As a result, audiences are less shocked when she makes mistakes or becomes involved in controversy because those moments do not fundamentally contradict the public image she originally presented. Her approach also reflects a broader shift happening inside celebrity culture. Traditional fame relied heavily on mystery, distance, and image protection. Cardi's career reflects a newer model built around exposure, relatability, humor, and emotional transparency. In the social media era, audiences increasingly connect with celebrities who appear accessible and emotionally real, rather than completely polished or untouchable. As Cardi continued moving through music, business, and online culture simultaneously, she became one of the clearest examples of how internet-era celebrity operates differently from older Hollywood systems. The same behaviors that might destroy a traditional celebrity image often function differently within digital culture, where visibility itself becomes currency. That is why backlash surrounding Cardi B rarely follows the predictable rise and fall pattern seen with many public figures. Her career was never built on appearing morally perfect, emotionally restrained, or carefully filtered. Instead, it was built on visibility, openness, emotional reaction, and the public feeling that audiences are watching someone who remains fundamentally the same person, regardless of fame, criticism, or controversy. Ultimately, Cardi B handles public backlash differently from most celebrities because she represents a different model of fame entirely. Traditional celebrity culture was built around distance, mystery, and carefully protected image control. Cardi's career developed in the opposite direction. Her success is tied to visibility, emotional openness, humor, impulsiveness, and visible imperfection. From the beginning, audiences were not introduced to a polished or aspirational version of Cardi. They were introduced to someone loud, emotional, unpredictable, funny, and openly flawed. Because of that, controversies rarely create the same sense of betrayal that often damages other celebrities. Public mistakes do not completely contradict her image because imperfection was already part of the image itself. This distinction matters psychologically. Audiences tend to react more harshly when they feel a celebrity has deceived them or hidden their true personality behind a carefully constructed brand. Cardi largely avoided that dynamic because she revealed uncomfortable aspects of herself publicly long before becoming globally famous. Fans therefore feel they already understand her personality, even during moments of conflict or criticism. Her resilience also reflects broader changes happening across entertainment culture. In earlier generations of fame, celebrities were expected to appear emotionally controlled and professionally distant from ordinary people. Social media changed those expectations completely. Modern audiences often value relatability and emotional honesty more than polished perfection. Cardi became one of the clearest examples of a celebrity who understood how to thrive within that environment. Rather than attempting to erase drama from her public image, she often absorbs it into her narrative directly. Public arguments, emotional reactions, relationship issues, live stream confrontations, and online debates became recurring features of her career instead of permanent damage to it. Over time, audiences became accustomed to seeing Cardi exist inside cycles of controversy while continuing to grow professionally at the same time. That pattern became especially visible as she expanded beyond music into business, beauty, fashion, and branding. Despite years of criticism and online backlash, her audience loyalty remained strong enough to support projects like Grow Good Beauty and other ventures tied to her public identity. The continued commercial success suggested that many consumers separated controversy from authenticity differently in Cardi's case than they would with more traditionally polished celebrities. Another major factor behind her durability is emotional accessibility. Cardi often responds to criticism directly instead of disappearing behind carefully written public relations statements. While that approach sometimes creates additional controversy, it also reinforces the feeling that audiences are seeing genuine reactions rather than corporate image management. Fans may disagree with her behavior, but many still feel emotionally connected to her because she appears reachable and human, rather than distant or manufactured. That emotional connection creates a different kind of loyalty compared to celebrities whose popularity depends mainly on maintaining elegance, mystery, or moral perfection. Her public image also reveals how internet culture changed the relationship between controversy and celebrity relevance. In previous entertainment eras, scandals often damaged careers because visibility depended heavily on traditional media approval. In digital culture, controversy frequently increases attention and engagement instead of eliminating relevance completely. Cardi's career developed during exactly that transition. This does not mean controversy carries no consequences for her. Public criticism, legal disputes, relationship drama, and online backlash still create pressure around her career and personal life. However, the structure of her fame allows her to recover differently because audiences already associate her identity with emotional transparency and unpredictability. In many ways, Cardi B's career reflects a larger transformation happening across celebrity culture itself. Earlier generations rewarded emotional distance and image perfection. The internet era increasingly rewards visibility, relatability, spontaneity, and the appearance of authenticity. Cardi succeeded because she built her public identity around those qualities before many traditional celebrities fully understood how important they would become online. As a result, Cardi B became unusually difficult to cancel in the traditional sense. Audiences never expected her to embody perfection, restraint, or flawless public behavior. Instead, they followed her because she appeared emotionally real, visibly imperfect, and willing to show parts of herself most celebrities spend enormous effort trying to hide. That difference may ultimately be the strongest advantage she has in modern celebrity culture.